I went to Eastgatecon 2023 in Las Vegas. What was it and how was it? Well, let's recap. Welcome to the Vapor Trail channel. I'm Tony, and man, I am still in recovery mode after a 4-day weekend. Well, I mean, you know, I left on Friday. I mean, it was just full throttle all the way from Friday when I left North Carolina till early Tuesday morning when I arrived back in North Carolina. Yeah, it was just go, go, go the whole time, and my head was just reeling with all the awesomeness that I was experiencing. Community, all the electric skateboards. There was not just electric skateboards. I mean, there was electric unicycles, scooters, and bikes and stuff all involved in everything. There was group rides and just a whole week of stuff that I missed a lot of because I didn't go till Friday. Amazing vendors out there, some of the names that we all know like X-Way and WowGo, and some new stuff like Tilts, guys making some new technology for electric skateboards. Evolve was out there, Hoyt Street and Metro Board, just amazing stuff. I can't list everybody out, but you can see all their logos here on the screen. And as far as shout outs, well, if I were just to do shout outs, I could do 10 minutes of just shout outs, so I'm just going to limit it to a few. Certainly doesn't mean that I don't appreciate everybody. Big shout out to Mike and Maddie Beard for putting this event on with their team. Amazing event, even down to the fact that when you went to get snacks, they weren't $5 for a cookie. It was $1 for everything. $1 for a water, $1 for a soda. I mean, they were definitely, they were taking care of community, and I love that. And a huge shout out to Defiant Board Society. That'd be Nikki as well as Damon, also known as Long Haired Boy. He's a DIY guy that is designing, he's designed the Defiant One for Defiant Board Society with all the best DIY parts. I mean, it's like a DIYer's dream all in one package. And they sponsored me by letting me use one of their boards. If I didn't have that, I would have had to ship one of my boards because you can't just take these batteries on planes. That's what most people did. They definitely helped me out by sponsoring me with that board, and I was totally stoked with it. Wonderful board, which I will also have a review here on the channel very soon. So tell me a little bit real quickly about this board. What drove you to make this board?
Man, 8 years of building boards.
Yeah, well, that'll do it.
Yeah, so we just wanted to build the most awesome, fastest board we could build that was, you know, all the best parts that wouldn't wear out overnight.
That's all I need to hear.
Yeah.
Right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got hardened steel gear drives. I got great big fat motors. It's a 12S 5P Molicel P42 APAC, so you get lots of range. And it's got a big, comfy, flexi deck.
It's beautiful.
Big, beautiful urethane. Yeah, it's a pleasure to ride.
Big shout out to NC Eskate. That is a group that's out of North Carolina. I like to say that they abducted me rather than adopted me. They just really took me in, and it felt like family, and that's really, I'm stoked on that. What a great group of guys who also raced, and they did so well that they got the Super Squad Award, which is the golden skateboard. It's kind of like getting the Stanley Cup. You get to keep it for a year, you got to bring it back the next year. Huge achievement for them, and they included me in everything. I was out walking when they got put on the podium for that award, and they texted me and said, Tony, you need to get over here. You got to be in this picture. You're one of us. Totally feel like part of the family, and thank you guys so much for welcoming me in, and I'm a part of the group now. I'm part of the gang. You guys got to come out to the Outer Banks so we can do a ride. Also, special thanks to Sean from Metro Boards. He took the time to explain a lot of really cool stuff to me about the gear ratios and stuff on boards, some stuff that I thought I knew, but he helped explain it better. So I really appreciate you, Sean. And your boards, they're built like tanks, man. These things are beautiful. If you haven't seen or ridden a Metro board, you definitely got to try. And last, Mad Eskate and X-Board, those guys had a booth together. I'm very friendly with them. I know their products really well, and they were like, hey, we have extra chairs if you need a place to sit and chill. Yeah, so I thank you for your friendship, and I ended up actually kind of working the booth a little bit. There were times, because I know the products so well, that I was telling people about the products when they walked up. Now, of course, I didn't get there till Friday. Some of the guys like Scott and Craig from Australia, well, they got there on Sunday previous to that. So they were there all week. Group rides and community things and stuff I missed out on, man. I really wish I hadn't. And next time I am definitely going to be going earlier. They had a group ride that was out at Red Rocks Canyon. Oh, man. I used to live in Las Vegas, so I know the area, and that would have been just almost like a spiritual ride. And these guys have all put videos on their channels for it, so you should check them out. I'll put some links down in my description for those 3 channels. Oh, I didn't mention the other third. That's Drew Elia. He's from New Jersey, friend of mine. He got out there on Wednesday, so he was there for that and the wetlands ride. Both of those rides look so awesome, man. I'm not going to miss those rides next time. The one ride I didn't miss, though, was the strip ride, and I'll talk about that in a minute. What was great is getting to see in person, touch, and actually ride, demo all these different boards that I've seen on social media and on websites and stuff. And I've tried to ride just about everything. I had another camera card and I've lost that. I don't know where it is. So I don't have a lot of the footage from those other boards, but I rode just about everything that was out there. Wowgo, X-Way, Onsra, Evolve. Yeah, if they had a demo board, I was riding it. There was even some other stuff out there. This is my buddy from Mad Eastgate. He's riding, I think it was called the 2Go or something like that. It's like you had a remote like an electric skateboard, but it was a two-wheel. It was like a scooter without a handle, and you controlled it with your remote. Crazy stuff. They also had new tech out there, like the guy from Tilt. You know, when you're riding a electric scooter and they've got the suspension on it. Well, I know that there are boards with big coil suspension on there, but he's made something that goes on your regular double kingpin trucks, and it gives you independent suspension on each wheel. This is some footage of me riding it on an Evolve board. He's just got them installed on there, and you can see these things independently moving. Thing carves like a dream, handles really well, and it's comfy. If you're an older guy, those boards can be rough. Well, this is super comfy. I'm really looking forward to this getting out on the market, and I don't think it's out there yet, but him and his wife are riding together and getting this technology out there. I think that's awesome. So we did the takeover, which is the Las Vegas Strip. Started at the Berlin Bar. You can see this big crowd there getting ready. And then when we took off, man, it was amazing. Okay, we literally went all the way from Berlin Bar, which is before the Stratosphere, almost all the way down. Maybe we did go all the way to the Tropicana and back. And man, I mean, you know, police stopping roads. The police weren't, we were. You know, it's just amazing to be in a big group of people like this. Even James over here with this, he was riding his board. So you got a remote in this hand with your, I guess, that little electric car, and here's what the footage looks like. And then you've got your remote for your board in the other hand. I don't know how he does it, but he does some really cool stuff, man. It was just amazing to go on this ride with all these great people. That's right, literally taking over the Las Vegas Strip. I want to say there was 300 to 500 riders in this between skateboards, scooters, electric bikes, and unicycles and whatever else. There was even people on manual bikes. It didn't matter, people were taking over and it was awesome. The community was the biggest thing, man. People were just so good to each other. There was no egos. Just everybody was very welcoming. It was like a big family. There was guys, there was girls in these races. Some of these girls were killing it in these races. Here's some footage from the races.
All right, Jerry, good job.
Matt Stewart hailing from Winston-Salem.
And 84, Thomas Oliphant was able to hold on to it.
Followed by 57, James Sinus. Oh, and he faltered getting back on his board. So we have in first place. First place is Morgan Brady, completing in the third lap. Followed by Fez.
Fez was patient, and now he's in second place.
Followed by Rux.
And Mario's going to fight right now. He's fighting Rux for that third slot. And Morgan Brady has now extended his lead. Morgan Brady has extended the lead.
It's a dogfight for second place between the two teammates, LAPEV Intro Speed Riders Rux and Mario Chacon.
Morgan Brady's coming around the S turn right now. He'll be passing right by the booth in front of us, and he's got a wide margin lead now. Here goes Fest right behind him, and he seems to be nice and relaxed. Mario is not giving up. Mario is pushing and pushing, trying to catch him. He's in the third slot, but he's trying to catch Fest now.
Morgan Brady in the black and white Alpine Stars is coming around the bend here.
And it looks like he's going to lap someone. Yes, he is.
And that is the final. Morgan Brady, once again, second year in a row, champion of ESK8con 2023, followed by Fast Boomer 2
And Mario goes.
Down at the finish line.
All right.
Waving the checkered flag. He was putting it out on the ground, out on the line.
A lot of fun, a lot of enjoyment, and Amped was out there doing a live broadcast on YouTube, so everybody could just watch the whole thing. They had drones up and everything else, some more footage from racing. And here's my buddy Don Juan flying by the finish line.
New York goes by the nickname Don Juan.
Far away. Steven Seager has captured the checkered flag with ease. He's got a huge lead.
And you remember my buddy Drew Ely I mentioned earlier? Well, he entered the race with an ace deck board, the novice races, and he got second place. Good job, Drew. That was awesome. And of course, there was after hours fun. I hung out with NC Skate a whole bunch, and then I actually did get to hang out on Sunday with Craig Taylor, Scott Davies, Drew Elia, and a whole bunch of other really great people. Transite skateboards and more were with us, and we just had a blast. We had beer, pizza, shots, and then more beers, and then we went to a place called Axe Hole, and we threw axes, spears, and throwing stars. I mean, it was an epic night. It was a lot of fun, and I felt very welcomed by everybody that I hung out with. So to wrap things up, next year I will race. That is going to happen. I'm going to race because I did hit the track a bunch, and I totally could have done it. It was too late for me to enter by the time I had gotten there, but I'm so going to race next time. And I'm going to get there earlier. I'm going to get there at least a few days before so I can join those other epic rides, those group rides. Group rides are so much fun. And Red Rocks, come on, man, that would have been great. The wetlands, oh man. Like I said, if you want to watch videos of those rides, well, Drew Elia, Scott Davies, Craig Taylor, and probably a whole bunch of other people have videos on their channels, so you can check them out. And probably because I was just like, it was like squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. You know, I mean, my ADD was kicking in so badly out there. I probably would have spent more time talking with the vendors, but I did get a good chance to talk to them. On Board was out there. A new one called Super Beast from San Diego. Dude, this thing, it looked like a Super Beast. They had this nice foamy grip tape, really cool. And I do want to give you a special thanks. Andy from X-Way, really good guy. When we got to the Berlin bar to go on that big group ride for the strip, my board was dead. I was like, dang it, you know, I guess I didn't realize that the charger in my room, I should have turned on the switch when I went to take a 2-hour nap before we went on this ride, and my board basically had no juice. I had maybe 10 miles left on it, and the ride was 17 miles. He's like, man, do you want me to try to get you a board? Well, actually, Eastgate NYC had just showed up, and he was riding the same board as I was that night. And he goes, did you bring the charger with you? I said, yeah. And he goes, dude, let's go. We'll plug it in. That's a fast charger. Within 45 minutes, I got 60% charge and was good to go. So thanks to Eastgate NYC for encouraging me to get that board charged up. So I did not miss out on that ride. And yeah, X-Way, thank you, man. I know you guys would have done that for me. He was like, I'll get you one here. I'll have somebody bring it. X-Way, great company and great people working for him. So that's what I got, man. I mean, it was an amazing trip. There's tons I'm forgetting about, and there was some footage that I lost. You know, what are you going to do? It took me a few days just to recover enough to get ready to get on the camera and do this. And when I got home, I came home to a Meepo V5 in a box waiting for me and 2 electric scooters. Plus, I got to finish the other electric scooter video. So I got my work cut out for me. I think an X-Way Atlas Pro is on the way to me too. So whew, looking forward to all this. Springtime is here. But it was amazing, and I will definitely be at EastGateCon 2024. I want to thank you so much for your support here on the channel. You guys are awesome. You mean the world to me, and I really appreciate you. It's not inexpensive to run a channel like this, especially doing all the travel and stuff. If you want to hit that thanks button down there, you can leave a monetary thank you, or the easiest way, just give this video a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notifications when I upload new videos. I also have links down there for all my social media accounts, so if you have one of those, I'd appreciate a follow. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.